at where we're at, Steve, is because of free will. So we have free will to choose whatever we want to do. I'm trying to illustrate some very important points to your viewers as to why it's important to be prepared for things that are to come. Because the Bible's nothing but about prepare for the great day of the Lord. Right? So the bigger question is, why are they doing all this? Well, we know that Antichrist comes back, right? We know that Antichrist takes power. And there's actually a season, because God's a God of time and seasons. God has allotted Antichrist a window, but it's not in 2021 or 2022. And so what are we seeing them do? Why are they doing all this? If you go to the next page, again, I didn't make this up. I'm just putting the pieces together. Have your viewers ever Googled the word Georgia Guidestones?
I've never heard of it.
Okay, well, Google it. I'm just telling you, Google the word Georgia Guidestones, and number one, Steve, maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. The problem with that is there's over 7 billion people. So their plan is depopulation. They want to kill us over 6.5 billion people. And who would want to do something like that? I have 3-letter word for you. It's called evil.
Yeah.
Okay? So who would want to do something like that? People don't want to, Steve. It's evil. And remember, when Christ was on this earth, Steve, when he wandered after he got baptized, he wandered through the desert. And what did Satan do? He tempted him, didn't he? Right? And Christ kept referencing phrases within the Bible. Right? But one of the ones near the end was, I think the last one was, he offered him, bow down to me and I will make you a king on this earth. And Jesus said to him, get behind me. And he just shut him down. The point being is, these people, they bow down. And they're kings on this earth. And they have a fake money system and they control it all. And they just tell you what their plans are. How sick is that? Who would erect pillars like? But these are their 10 commandments. So now let's get into the good stuff. Okay, so let's get into page 11. Page 11 talks specifically about how this plays out. We are right now in the Golden Jubilee, the 50th year of the Lord's favor. So I want to read this to give you and your viewers some real hope, because God is a God of love, and he loves his bride. He loves us. He created us. So God's not going to abandon us. So as horrible as things look, Steve, our God wins. And he's got it all planned out. So let me take you through what Isaiah 61 states. It says, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me to bring the good news to the poor. He has sent me to comfort the brokenhearted and to proclaim that the captives will be released and the prisoners will be freed, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor, the Jubilee, and the day of his vengeance. Remember, our God is a precise God. He speaks precisely. When he says the year of the Lord's favor, he means the year of the Lord's favor. When he says the day of vengeance, he means day of vengeance.
I never actually made that connection that one is a year, favor is for a year, and vengeance is for a day. I've never made that connection before.
And so what do I do? I'm an analyst of time. I never knew what I did. I got a prophetic word from a prophet that basically where God called me out as Bo. He actually said my name, which kind of freaked me out, but he did. He called me by name, and then he says, my analyst of time. So, that was probably the biggest event. What can match that event in your life?
For sure.
When that happens, right?
Yeah.
But that's what happened. What I've come to realize is God is a precise God. Everything about him is absolute precision. And when he speaks, I've listened to the prophets, Steve, and his choice of words is precise.
Wow.
When he speaks, so you have to take it for the precision that it is. And I want to give you an example of precision, right? Which we can all relate to, the Red Sea moment. We're talking the day. In the morning, Pharaoh was coming to kill Israel. By evening, Pharaoh and his army were dead. That is called a day of vengeance.
Wow.
Saith the Lord.
Yeah.
I want your viewers to understand how hopeful things can look. Our God, By evening, Pharaoh and his army were dead. The Red Sea moment. We're talking the day. In the morning, Pharaoh was coming to kill Israel. By evening, Pharaoh and his army were dead. That is called a day of vengeance.
Wow.
Saith the Lord.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want your viewers to understand how hopeful things can look. Our God doesn't forsake us. He has a plan for us. But there's a reason that he does things. And I want to talk about those reasons as well, too. So, and I do want to, we'll talk in a few minutes, go to page 12. And I think your viewers are going to love this. But, the United States, when you say the fall and fall, the prophetic thing that I got last week was the United States is going to parallel what we saw with Lazarus. And I want to go through this, but Mary, I'm going to go through. This is John 11. Let's go through some of the lines here. But Mary says, "Lord." Whenever it says "he," you can replace that with Lazarus, or "he." You can replace with the United States. So it's Lord, He, the United States, whom you love, is ill. I'd say we're ill.
Yeah.
Would you not agree? That's
I would
that's
agree.
hard to agree with
We're
that one.
sick. We're sick.
Absolutely, we're ill. And then so what did Jesus says? This is beautiful. The reply, the illness, the USA does not lead to death, for it is the glory of God, so that the Son of God can be glorified through it.
Good.
Okay, and then Jesus says to the disciples, Lazarus, again, the United States, has died. So we're going to fall in November. So we'll look like God forsaken. It's going to let God abandon us. It's going to look horrible when the glory shows up. It's initially going to look horrible. It is the glory of God, so that the Son of God can be glorified. States. So it's Lord, He, the United States, whom you love, is ill. I'd say we're ill.
Yeah.
Would you not agree? That's
I would
that's
agree.
hard to agree with
We're
that one.
sick. We're sick.
Absolutely, we're ill. And then so what did Jesus says? This is beautiful. The reply, the illness, the USA does not lead to death, for it is the glory of God, so that the Son of God can be glorified through it.
Good.
Okay, and then Jesus says to the disciples, Lazarus, again, the United States, has died. So we're going to fall in